Welcome back, fourth grade. Hopefully I did this right, and hopefully I spliced it right as well. Anyways, I want you to take a look at my graphic organizer 8.1 that's on the screen here. Now, it's the graphic organizer where we wrote the prose of the knights, craftsmen, monks, and nuns. Notice I have mine filled out, but I highlighted my Lord one. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to take these prose and turn them into notes or sentences that I can use in my persuasive paragraph on my graphic organizer 10.3, which is going to be extremely helpful when I start my persuasive paragraph. Notice for lords, I wrote two prose. Lords live in castles or manor houses. My pro number 2 was lords controlled the land and town near their castles. Now, I can use these, ladies and gentlemen, these highlighted versions that I have here. I'm going to use those for my graphic organizer. Now, pay no attention to the rest of them unless you want to make notes yourself. If you haven't already filled yours out, you can use some of these ones that I have, but I'm going to focus on the lords. Now, do I want to start right away and use my lords and castles? I have an idea, and I've written down some sentences already in my 10.3, but I'm going to show you how I used these two notes on the pro page of 8.1 in your Middle Ages workbook, and I'm going to show you how I utilized them in 10.3. So follow with me as I scroll down, ladies and gentlemen. And, oh, I didn't want that to go big. There we go. Let me put this up here. I'm going to scroll down to, I think it's 128. So bear with me as I try to get the right page here. Man, that's fast. Okay. There we go. 128. Keep going. Is it going to load? Come on. There we go. There it is. I knew I had it down there somewhere. So I have filled mine out as a PDF so you could see it, and I highlighted some of the colors so you could see that. So I wanted you to see what I have here. So real quick, what I'm going to do here is so you can't, I don't want you to focus on that right now. Okay, so let me wipe that out real quick. All right, good. Okay, anyways, those two pros that I used on 8.1, I put them here on my graphic organizer 10.3, as you can see. And this is the one that you're going to fill out when you make a decision, who you would have liked to have been during the Middle Ages. Notice up there the sentence starter that it has. If I could choose to be someone who lived during the Middle Ages, I would choose to be a serf, knight, craftsman, monk, or nun. You're going to circle which one you would like to be. And then you're going to state your opinion. That would be your opinion. And you usually follow up with because, and there's our reasoning. How are we going to support that opinion? Okay, so I took my two, and I put reason 1, lords were in control of the land and the people around them. And I could find that fact in my reader on page 11. My reason 2, I put lords had lots of money to build castles and organize an army of knights to protect what belonged to them. Now, you could read that in your reader on pages 12 and 13. So I took my two pros and I kind of flip-flopped them and kind of added them together for my reason 2. Now, my goal is what I want to do is, state opinion, if I want to be a lord during the Middle Ages, I have to be able to support that. So these are my two text evidence, my pages. Now, what I want to do is take that evidence that I have and I want to put it in my own words. So if I don't know if you can see my cursor here. This is the part where we're going to put it in our own words. It says sentence in my own words using at least one transition at the beginning of the word and the word because to introduce the reason. So I'm going to show you how I wrote mine a little bit different instead of using this sentence. If I could choose to be someone who lived in the Middle Ages, I would choose to be a blah. That would be your opinion. Okay. Let me show you how I started mine. I don't know if can you guys see that? Yeah. If I could be anyone I wanted in the Middle Ages, I would choose to be a lord. That's my opinion. Now, with this opinion, I have to be able to support it. And these are my two reasons here. These are my text reasons. I can go back in my reader. I can look at it and go, oh, yeah, this would be lovely. This is why I want to use these two reasons because I can back them up and support my opinion. And that could try to convince you that you need to be a lord as well. Now, what you're going to do is state your opinion. Who would you have rather been during the Middle Ages? Whether it's a serf, knight, craftsman, merchant, monk, or nun, and then you're going to try to provide reasoning from the text to convince us that's what we should be as well. Or show us that that's the better thing to be or the better person to be. So anyways, I'm going to go highlight those back again, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see that. I want you to be able to see what I wrote. So in my own words, for the first one where I put lords were in control of the land and the people around them, this is what I wrote in my own words. For one thing, lords owned a lot of land and were in control of the people who worked for them, especially serfs and knights as well. Oh, especially the serfs and knights, as well as given permission for towns to be built on his lands or her lands. So that's what I put in my own words. Okay, now let's go to the reasoning 2, where I put the lords had lots of money, build castles, create an army, organize an army. Let's see what I put there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me highlight all that and put it in black so you can see it. Now, I started with the transition word, in addition. Okay, great transitions. This is what you want to look for. If you don't know of any good transition words, ask your teacher, or you can also look online or have your parents give you some good transitions. Now, I know each teacher, we have a list of transition words that we like to use in 4th grade, but those are easily available online as well. Anyways, I used in addition. In addition, the lords had lots of money to build castles and organize an army of knights to protect his property and to fight for him if needed. Notice how that all ties back in to my 2 pros that I had in 8.1. And I put them, the text version, here on this graphic organizer, 10.3, lords in control of the land and the people around them. You can find that on page 11. And then on pages 12 and 13, it talked about their money, building castles, and organizing an army of knights. So those are the 2 reasons that I'm going to use to support my opinion that lords were better. I would have rather been a lord during the Middle Ages. Now, how does this translate into a persuasive paragraph? Because remember, it's not informative, so it's not factual. It's my opinion that I'm going to support with facts to try to persuade you or convince you that being a lord was the best there was. So if we go back to our persuasive paragraph structure, we make a statement, and then we provide reasoning, supporting that statement, and then the conclusion is a zinger. We want to really hit it home that that's what you want to be. And that's what you're going to do with your opinion. So as I scroll down here, ladies and gentlemen, this is my sentence starter. If I could be anyone I wanted in the Middle Ages, I would choose to be a lord. How did I write my reasonings down? Notice I wrote the two phrases in my own words. Now I could put those directly down in my paragraph with some transition words to help it out. Let's see what I did. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to scroll down here. Click in my box. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I want to show you in different colors. So here's my first reasoning. I would choose to be a lord because, for one thing, lords owned a lot of land and were in control of the people who worked for them, especially serfs and knights. I stated, if I go back up to my reasoning, lord of the land, control the people, knights, give permission, towns that to be built. Did I do that with the second part? Oh, I did. So let me highlight that in blue as well. They also had power to give permission to build town on their lands. For building up towns on their lands. So I went and put it in my own words again to persuade you. So that's my first reason to support my opinion that I would rather be a lord during the Middle Ages. So I would choose to be a lord because of, for one thing, the lords owned a lot of land, were in control of the people that worked for them, especially serfs and knights. They also had the power to get permission to have towns built on their lands. Okay, so let's go to reasoning 2. And did I put a supporting? Was I able to use that as a supporting sentence? So let's look at it. Let me highlight this so you can see it. Yes, there we go. Let me get a color here. Let's put this one in red so you can see it. Okay, so my second reasoning to support my opinion, in addition to that, lords had a lot of money to build castles as well. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. In addition to that, lords had a lot of money to build castles, as well as enough money to organize an army of knights to protect their property and to fight for them if needed. So there's my second reason. First, they owned a lot of land, controlled the lives of the people there, and then had money to build huge castles, as well as organize an army of knights to help protect their property and fight for them. So I used 2 reasons to support my opinion. Now I want a conclusion. I kind of want a zinger in there, right? Really, let people know, hey, you need to be a lord during the Middle Ages. Unfortunately for you, you don't get to use lord. You have to pick a knight, a merchant, craftsman, serf, or monk or nun. But you too are going to create a zinger as your conclusion. So let's look at Mr. Wilhoff's zinger here. Oh, let's see if I did a good job. Can you? I'm going to put this one black. Okay. Oh, did I highlight the? Oh, I accidentally highlighted it all. So I'll put this in blue. Okay. In conclusion, it's easy to see why being a lord, living high in the castle, is a much better choice than wallowing in the mud as a serf with pigs. Boom. A zinger to show that I would rather be living high in the life in the castle as a lord than living in the mud with pigs as a serf. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is a persuasive paragraph. Now, unfortunately, this is not the best. I mean, this is a pretty good. I mean, I would accept this, but it's not the best I could do. I mean, I could put some more transitional words in there. However, this is how you set a persuasive paragraph. So I want you to think about this. On your organizer 10.3, I want you to circle which one you're going to do. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one you're going to pick, but I want you to be able to support it with facts from the book. Why you would rather have been that. So state your opinion. Support it with facts. At least 2 facts. You can't do one. You got to do at least 2 facts. If you can put 3 facts in there, even better. But support it with at least 2 facts from the book. Fill out this graphic organizer. Those 2 reasonings, put them in your own words of how you would put that in the paragraph. And then start writing your persuasive paragraph by using that. You can use this sentence starter. If I could choose to be someone who lived during the Middle Ages, I would choose to be a blank because, then give your reasonings with transitional phrases in between to help them flow. Or you can even use this one. If I could be anyone I wanted in the Middle Ages, I would choose to be a because, and then give your reasoning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. That is a persuasive paragraph. So your objective today is you're going to start drafting a persuasive paragraph on what you would have wanted to be during the Middle Ages and why. And then remember, state your opinion, 2 reasons as to why, supported by facts from the book, and then your conclusion is a zinger to show us what we're missing out on, to convince us or persuade us that's what we should have been during the Middle Ages. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions about this lesson, do not hesitate to contact us, Mrs. Fronick, Mrs. Demke, Mr. Wellhoff, or even I think that's everybody, Mrs. Fronick, Mrs. Demke, or even myself. Okay, that's it. Good luck persuading everybody. Now, would I have rather been a lord during the Middle Ages? Not really. To be honest, Mr. Wells would have preferred to have been a knight, but I find that knights are a lot easier to write about. That's why I did not choose a knight. I choose the lord, just to show you how to start this persuasive paragraph. So good luck to you. Well, good luck to you. No, good luck to you. I know you're going to do well. When you make a choice, really think about it. And you might want to go back through your reader and see which one would be easier to support with reasoning from the book. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you later. Bye.